Hello everyone, today is we gonna cover Ghatna Chakra MCQ, and in this video we will discuss this topic Delhi Sultanate. And let's start. First is Sultans of Slave Dynasty. So slave dynasty have ruled from 1206 to 1219 AD. Next is Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty have ruled 1290 to 1312 AD. And the ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Next dynasty is Tughlaq dynasty that has ruled from 1320 to 1412 AD. And next dynasty Sayyid dynasty. Sayyid dynasty had ruled from 1440 to 1451 AD. Next is Lodi dynasty. Lodi dynasty have ruled from 1451 to 1526 AD. So overall, this Delhi Sultanate has ruled from 1206 to 1526 AD. And these are some important. So first term is Diwane Mustakharaz. This is a Department of Revenue from Alauddin Khilji, from Khilji dynasty. And next is Diwane Riyasat, that is Department of Market Control. Again, it is from Alauddin Khilji, from Khilji dynasty. And next is Diwane Amir Kohi, that is Agriculture Department. Diwane Amir Kohi is Agriculture Department from Muhammad bin Tughlaq, from Tughlaq dynasty. And next is Diwane Khairat, that is Charity Department from Firoz Tughlaq, again Tughlaq dynasty. Next Diwane Bandagan, Firoz Tughlaq. Next Diwane Arch, that was related to Army Department. Diwane Bandagan is related from Firoz Tughlaq, and Diwane Arch was related to Army Department. Diwane Risalat was related to religious issues to oversee foreign affairs. And next is Diwane Insha and Diwane Wazrahat. Diwane Insha was related to government correspondence, and Diwane Wazrahat was related to financial matters and revenue department. Now we will cover questions. Yep. So first question in this is, the historian Bairani did not consider the state in India under Delhi Sultans as truly Islamic because first option is the majority of population did not follow Islam. That's why historian Bairani did not consider the state in India under Delhi Sultans. Second option is the Muslim theologists were often disgraded. And third option C is the Sultan supplemented the Muslim law by framing his regulations. Option D is the religious freedom was accorded to non-Muslims. So in this, answer is A. The historians Bairani did not consider the state in India under Delhi Sultans as a truly Islamic because the majority of the population did not follow Islam. Let's see its explanation. Its explanation says historian Bairani refused to consider the state India under Delhi Sultans as truly Islamic because the majority of the population did not follow the Islam. Second question is, the most of the rulers, amirs and sultans of Sultanate period belong to the class. Which class? So it's Turkish. So most of the rulers and the sultans of the Sultanate period belong to the Turkish class. And let's see its explanation. It says rulers and the sultans of the Sultanate is from the Turkish class. Sultan was the chief of the central authority, whereas the person appointed on the powerful designations were referred as Amir in Sultanate is. Their impact emerged strongly when the Sultan was unworthy, weak, or infant. The third question is, which of the following pair is correctly matched? So Diwane Bandagan. Diwane Bandagan is which of the following pair is correctly matched? So according to this, Diwane Bandagan is from Tughlaq dynasty. Let's see explanation for rest of the three. Diwane Mustakharaz from not by the Balban, it is by from Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji from Khilji dynasty. And next Diwane Kohi. Diwane Kohi is Diwane Amir Kohi for agrarian department, and Diwane Urj is for military department that was created by Balban. Okay, Diwane Urj and Kohi was from related to Balban. Okay, next question. Who created the department of Diwane Urj in Delhi? Balban. So Balban created the department of Diwane Urj in Delhi. Diwane Urj. Let's see explanation. Balban, who ruled from 1266 to 1286, was undoubtedly main architect of Delhi Sultanate, particularly its form, government and institution. He separated Diwane Wazarat, finance department, and created a new department, Diwane Urj. That is, Diwane Urj's military department, and then reorganized Diwane Urj and deployed the army in different parts of the kingdom to put down the rebellions. So Diwane Urj, that is military department created by Balban. Which one of the following pair is not correctly matched? Diwane Mustaq Kharaz, this is correctly matched by Alauddin Khilji. Diwane Amir Kohi, we have to check. Okay. Rulers who established administrative department. Mustaq Kharaz from the Alauddin Khilji revenue department, and Diwane Amir Kohi, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Amir Kohi is agriculture department, and Diwane Khairat is from Firoz Tughlaq, department of charity. Diwane Khairat is from Firoz Tughlaq, department of charity, and Diwane Riyasat, that is Alauddin Khilji, market control department. So Diwane Mustaq Kharaz is by Alauddin Khilji, revenue department. Diwane Amir Kohi, Muhammad bin Tughlaq from Tughlaq dynasty, is for agriculture department, and Diwane Khairat is from by Firoz Tughlaq, department of charity. Diwane Khairat and charity. Amir Kohi, agriculture. Mustaq Kharaz, revenue, and the Riyasat is market control department. Again, Riyasat is by Alauddin Khilji. Next, match the list from 1 to 2nd. So Diwane Urj dealt with religious matter. Diwane Risalat, finance department. Diwane Insha, Diwane Wizarat. Okay, let's see this first. Okay, here answers is option D as per this. Okay, for first, Diwane Urj is dealt with military department. Diwane Urj is military department, and Diwan-e Risalat is dealt with religious matter. Diwan-e Risalat is religious matter. Diwan-e Urj is military department, and Diwan-e Insha is state's correspondence, and Diwan-e Wizarat is finance department. Wizarat is finance department. Insha is state's correspondence. Urj is military department, and Risalat is religious matter. Here it's come same. Diwane Urj with military department, Risalat religious issues or related to foreign matters, Insha related to state correspondence, Wizarat is financial matter. Wizarat is financial matter. Next question is Diwane Urj department was associated with. Diwane Urj department was associated with military defense. Yes. Okay. Diwane Urj associated with defense. Which of the following dynasties saw the heyday of the Wizarat? Tughlaq dynasty. Tughlaq dynasties saw the heyday of the Wizarat. Wizarat was an institution which was recognized by the Islamic constitution. Non-Arabic institutions were being repelled, and the nomenclature used for minister for council under emperor was used as Wizarat. Idea for adopting Wizarat as an institution was inspired from Persia or by Abbasi Khalifa. Abbas Fazl bin Ahmad was first wazir in region of Mahmud Ghaznavi, who was accomplished in conducting the administration. Prime Minister of State known as Wazir, and the head of the finance department called Diwane Wizarat. The Prime Minister of the state कॉल्ड वजीर, प्राइम मिनिस्टर को वजीर कहते थे, एंड द फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर वॉज कॉल्ड दीवाने वजारत, and the power not only to supervise the income and the expenditure of the state but other departments as well. और ये जो दीवाने वजारत थे जो कि ना सिर्फ फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट सुपरवाइज करते थे बल्कि एक्सपेंडिचर और अदर डिपार्टमेंट को भी देखते थे. तुगलक एरा वॉज द गोल्डन पीरियड ऑफ द इंडियन मुस्लिम वजारत, एंड तुगलक पीरियड को गोल्डन पीरियड कहा जाता है इंडियन मुस्लिम वजारत का. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इंडिकेट टैक्स levied on the land product? So answer is D, 1, 3 and 4. Tax indicate tax on land product. So kharaj, third usar and muktai. Kharaj, usar and muktai is related to land tax. In Islamic tradition, khums refers to historically required religious delegation of Muslim army to pay 1/5 of the spoils of war and booty collected from the non-believers. After military campaign, this tax was paid to Khalifa or Sultan, representing state of Islam. Rest of the other are tax levied on the land product. Okay. Oh, khums. रेस्ट ऑफ ये सारे जो 3 हैं, खराज, उसर और मुक्तई, ये सारे इंडिकेट करते हैं लैंड टैक्स को. और ये जो खुम्स है ये रिलेटेड है जो वॉर में जो भी वॉर जीतते थे और वहाँ से जो भी लूट होता था उसको ये बूटी कहते थे और खुम्स कहते थे, जो कि राजा में दिया जाता था और बाकी जो सेना लड़ती थी उनमें बांटा जाता था. विच मेडाइवल किंग ऑफ इंडिया इंट्रोड्यूस इक्ता सिस्टम? Iltutmish. Let's see what is Iqta system. Iltutmish introduced Iqta system in India in Islamic Empire of Khalifa. Land granted to army official for limited period in lieu of regular wage. Okay, Iqta system is ये जो लैंड ग्रांट किया जाता था आर्मी ऑफिशियल्स को वो लिमिटेड टाइम पीरियड के लिए रेगुलर वेज की जगह पे जो लैंड ग्रांट किया जा रहा है आर्मी ऑफिशियल्स को. एंड द इक्ता सिस्टम वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन 9th सेंचुरी. और इक्ता सिस्टम इल्तुतमिश ने लाया था 9th सेंचुरी में टू रिलीव द स्टेट ट्रेजरी व्हेन इनसफिशिएंट टैक्स रेवेन्यू एंड लिटिल बूटी फ्रॉम द वॉर्स मेड डिफिकल्ट फॉर द गवर्नमेंट टू पे सैलरीज. इसलिए इक्ता सिस्टम लाया गया था ताकि राजा जो भी है उसके खजाने पे ज़्यादा भार सैलरी देने पे ना पड़े, तो उनको रेगुलर वेज के स्थान पे ये लैंड ग्रांट किया जाता था आर्मी ऑफिशियल्स को. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ इक्ता सिस्टम? इक्ता सिस्टम के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक में क्या नहीं आता है? पहला है इक्ता वाज अ रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन सिस्टम. नो, तो पहले हम पढ़ लेते हैं. विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ इक्ता सिस्टम? इक्ता वाज अ रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन सिस्टम. सिस्यातामा was the source of information for Iqta system. Revenue from Iqta was directly deposited into Sultan account. Mukti was supported to maintain troops out of the revenue collected from the Iqta. Let's see its explanation. Iqta system in India was introduced by Iltutmish during Sultanate period. According to this system, honor of Iqtadar or Mukti was given to the responsibility of revenue and the tax collection in his area. Revenue from Iqta was not directly deposited in Sultan account, where it was used Mukti to meet his administrative and military expenditures. Mukti had to maintain troop out of his revenue collected from Iqta from service of Sultan. Sistama, authored by Abu Ali Hassan.